All right. So we always start with a warm up. Today's warm up is one more person. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna wait till she gets in before I continue. Alrighty. Jokes. Okay, so the warm up is 100 jumping jacks, 25 squats, and 50 Russian twists. So 100 jumping jacks, 25 squats, 50 Russian twists on your own time. Go. All right, neck rotations. Other way. Up and down. Side to side. Ear to shoulder. shoulder circles. Reverse. Elbow circles. Reverse. Arms across your chest. Arms overhead. Right arm against your hip, left arm over. You can do this standing, you can do this kneeling. Other side. From here, we're going to go into the downward dog position. Lift up your right leg and kick it through so that you're in a lunge position, a low lunge. Lift up your right arm. Twist your upper body and look up to your lifted hand. Right, that arm down, switch to the other arm. The arm that's down, post your elbow into your shin, your leg, so that you can balance. Right, both arms down, back knee down, straighten your front leg, and reach forward. Stretch your hamstring and calves. Ankles too, I guess. Right, sit back up, fold that front leg in front of you, scoot that back leg back. When you're going to do pigeon, you're going to lean down and reach forward. Untangle yourself from there and get back into downward dog. Lift up your left leg and kick it through. Reach up your left arm. Left arm down, right arm up. Post your left hand or left arm into your left leg for balance. All right, both arms down, back knee down, straighten your front leg, and reach on forward. Sit back up, fold that leg in front of you, scoot the back leg back, reach down and forward. Untangle yourself back into downward dog. Drop both knees down and go into frog position here. Knees out, torso down, scooting kind of back. Stretch your body forward into cobra. In the cobra position, look over your right shoulder. Look over your left shoulder. Sit back into child's pose. Staying in child's pose, reach over to your right. Reach over to your left. And time. All right. Monique, do you have a lot of space to go across like a mat to do hip escapes, or do you have like a kind of yoga mat space?
A yoga mat space.
Yoga mat space? Okay. All right. So we're going to do hip escapes in place. So here, you can come back in. Here. All right, switch to bridge, left, right shoulder. Bridging left, right shoulder. All right, next, we're gonna sit up into a high bridge. So we're gonna sit up, we're gonna put one arm behind us, we're gonna lift our butt up, and we're going to reach our high arm underneath. Other side, here. right, next, we're gonna do a hip thrust. So here, hip thrust. Back down, one leg forward, one leg back. All right, next, we're gonna try this. If you can do this in a small space, we're gonna do that hip thrust forward. We're gonna step our foot across all the way to the other side of whatever mat you have, and then I'm going to pivot so that I'm turned the other way. So this back foot is gonna get here. Then I'm going to sit back down, same thing on the other side. Here. So hip thrust, step across, pivot where I'm in a low squat, roll back. One more time. Hip thrust, step that front foot across. I'm gonna turn 180 towards the foot that just stepped across, and I'm going to end up in a low squat here. Roll back, do the other side, hip thrust, step across this foot. I'm gonna stay on my toes. Squat. Yeah. All right. Next, jujitsu is meant for small spaces, so we're gonna try this. So this involves a front roll, and you're gonna roll in a tiny ball. So I'm going to try to stay on my green part of my mat, but I'm going to bridge, hip escape. I'm gonna scissor kick, stay on my green mat, and then small forward roll, bridge, hip escape, scissor kick, forward roll.
Sorry, could I see that one more time?
Okay. All right, I'm gonna do it from the side. So I'm gonna bridge, and from that bridge, I'm going to hip escape, keep my arms in, like I'm defending. Going to scissor kick and get my knees on the ground here, and then from here, I'm going to forward roll. So bridge, hip escape into a little ball, scissor kick so that I can get my knees on the ground, so I can roll. All right, cool. Time. Get water, get your dummies. We will work on some mount defense, half guard stuff. today we're going to go over, I'm not going to do it with the dummy yet. We're going to go over mount defense into half guard, and then we're going to work on some half guard attacks from there. So when you're mounted, we're going to keep our arms framed up so that they can't put your arm on the ground and attack you. And you can also keep their weight off of you so you can manipulate however you need to. In this case, we're going to frame. We're going to turn, and we're going to kind of hip escape, but not totally. Half hip escape here, where we're not getting our butt totally out. The leg is going to be here, and we're going to push it enough to get our other leg free. We're going to use the other, I know this is whatever. This foot is going to drag their foot, I will do it on the dummy, over this leg, so this leg is free. And then we're going to do a big hip escape to turn back into them here. Which will suck also because, yeah, dummies. So my dummy doesn't quite have knees, it does, but they're not proportioned. So I'm here framing. Somebody's not going to be laying on top of me like this, but I'm framing, I'm keeping their weight not totally on me. I'm also preventing them from digging my arms out because I'm trying to keep my elbows kind of in their hip line so that they can't dig my elbow out, dig my wrist out. I'm trying to keep it buried underneath there. From here, I want to turn to one side. I'm going to pick this side. I'm going to turn. That gives me a bigger space here because I've turned my hip towards them. So now I've lifted them up a little bit. From here, I'm going to put both hands on the leg. This leg is going to come over, and I'm going to put my Achilles heel, that little Achilles tendon, on their ankle, and I'm just going to plant my foot on the ground. From here, I'm going to push this leg, and the bottom leg stays on the ground and comes up here. I'm going to, with this foot, drag their foot over my bottom leg, and then it's free. Once it's free, I'm going to do a big hip escape this way. And I'm going to try to keep this underhook. Yeah? We're just going to get there for now. We're trying to get the half guard. So you can do it with your dummy, or you can do it without your dummy. So here, we're going to go to our side. We're going to, without extending our arms, we're going to keep this here, bracing against the leg. This foot comes over their leg, just keeps it there, and I'm going to drag my knee out and continue pulling that leg out. I'm in this position, and I've dragged their leg, and I'm going to do a big hip escape all the way to face them. Here. And I can finish and close my half guard. Do that a couple times, and then we're gonna move to the next thing. Right, legless. I forgot. All right, Monique, you've done this escape before, right? You're blue belt, right?
Yeah, that was like a year ago. I haven't done jujitsu in a while, but
It's like riding a bike. It's yeah.
it's like to one side, half the leg, try to get your knee through, and then trim to the other side.
Yeah. So let me do it one more time with the dummy. Again, dummies are dummies. They don't function like humans. But one more time, just so you got it. So I'm here. I'm going to frame up against the person. I'm going to turn to my side. Usually when I turn to my side, let me just put this dummy up. My frame is against their hip or waistline, hip line here, so that I'm pushing against their hip here, and then the other leg, other arm is on the leg, usually closer to the knee, right here. So I'm here. I'm on my side. I'm framing. This foot comes over and drags, and then I could bring my knee up all the way to my elbow or past my elbow, get that foot free. And from here, I'm gonna hip escape into them here, or hip escape away from them so I can turn into them. And then I'm in half guard. Okay, so now we're gonna work from half guard. Let's see what's the best angle here. So the person, I have the half guard and I just got here, and I have this underhook that I'm not quite utilizing yet because I just got here, but I want to utilize it. So I'm going to do two things to make it work better for me. Actually, three things. So if they are sitting back like this and I just got into half guard, I'm going to knee them in the butt to get them further up my body. I don't want them sitting back because they have some attacks from here. I want them off base. So I'm going to knee them in the butt, boop, so that they're forward. And then this underhook could be even deeper. So from after I knee them, I'm going to do the two things at the same time. I'm going to get my hand all the way to their opposite shoulder. And to do that, to get it even further, I'm actually going to sit up onto my side. I'm going to get onto my elbow, so here. So I got into half guard, and now I'm going to, after I've made, they're off balance, kick them up, I'm going to get this arm all the way to the other shoulder, and to do that, I'm going to get onto my elbow, my bottom elbow here. So I'm here. Yeah? We're going to go into an arm bar from here. So I'm in this position. I've got this half guard. I have my elbow, or not my elbow, my hand all the way to their other shoulder. I usually don't cup it. I'm usually pretending that I'm coming all the way over, and then my fingers are pointing downwards like this, because I feel like I can reach even further if I'm doing that. And I'm on my elbow here. From here, I actually want to go even further up. I'm going to keep them on their head on the ground. I'm going to want this arm kind of pinned between my shoulder and my neck, my head here. I'm going to come up even further on my hand. I'm going to put my knee on the ground, and then I'm going to turn all the way around so that my shin is on the back of their neck, and I'm going to get this inverted armbar. I'll come back all the way to the half guard. So I got all the way to the half guard, and now I'm facing them here. They sit up, I kick them back forward. I don't want them to have any sort of advantage. I'm going to get up on my elbow and reach this hand all the way to their opposite shoulder so that they can't utilize a whizzer or whatever. I come up here. I'm going to keep this pinned here so that they can put their hand over here or whatever. I'm gonna keep that pin. I'm gonna get up on my hand. I'm gonna get up on my knee and come around. I'm going to, as I step over, I'm going to hug the arm. Oh, these are a lot of steps. Come over, put my shin on the back of their neck, and then I'm going to get that arm bar. So let's do it step by step. Let's just go get into the half guard, and then we're going to get into the half guard position. So get mounted by your dummy, and then get into the half guard position. All right, from here, get onto your elbow and reach for their opposite shoulder. Okay. Now from here, I'm going to get onto my hand. I'm going to grab that arm, and then I'm going to put my knee on the ground. Because I have my hand and my knee on the ground, I'm going to kick this back leg over and around their body. I'm going to get perpendicular, put the shin on the head, on the back of the neck, and get that arm bar. That makes sense?
Yeah, so they're still facing down then. You're not doing a traditional arm bar, you're doing
It's not a traditional arm bar, it's an inverted one face down, yeah.
Okay. I see.
Yes. Go for it.
Half guard, pump, pull my shoulder, pinch. This is wearing a little gears. Then up. This way. Pinch. I'm tempted to fall back.
Well, no, because so I know it's hard to show on the dummy, but like so essentially the person's going to be here and you're trying to get that underhook. So their arm is here and you're basically just spinning on top of them so that they end up here, right?
And like this, and then
yeah. So yeah, don't place your foot up like that. Your foot that's in their body kind of cup. So let's say I'm just going to show it from here. My dummy is kind of in a turtle position right now.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm going to, this leg is going to go underneath. I have my knee on the ground, but I'm kind of pinching with my calves their body, right? In this turtle position that I've just put my dummy in. This shin, when it comes over, is going to lay across their shoulders in the back, their neck, if you will. My shin is going to go across their shoulder. And this arm is going to be between my legs, right? And then I can arm bar them from there. But they are facing downwards. They're going to be here with their arm getting arm barred here. Your leg will be underneath their torso and pinning their head down with your shin here.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. That. Keep it there.
Yes. Yes. Exactly. Both knees down.
All right, 1 sec. It's been a while since I exercised.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
And then is it my hips forward to complete the arm bar, or do I?
Yeah. So a person's arm only goes so far, right? The dummy totally goes wherever. But once you're like putting your weight down, you just do the same thing. You're kind of holding the wrist to your chest, and then you're hipping in or lifting your body up. Superman. Okay, we're actually gonna take a step back just so we can also take the back. I know that yours doesn't have legs, but that's okay. So we're going to okay, we're going to escape the mount position. Get into half guard. We're going to do the big hip escape into them here. And if they sit up, we're going to bump them forward and then we're going to take the back. So how we're going to take the back is when we bump them forward, we still have a half guard. So that means we have one hook in and one hook out. So once we bump them forward, we're going to use that underhook and also reach to the other side. But instead of, so again, we're taking one step back. Instead of going all the way over for that arm bar, we're going to just get to their back and get that second hook in. So how that's going to look like is they sit up, I kick them back, I come up onto my knee, and this other foot hooks their other hip. Get them back from there. Yeah. You can flatten them out, or you can flip back, take it back like this. Do that one a couple times. Then we're going to move on to a triangle. So switch between taking the back and then taking the arm bar. Those two right now. Okay, we're gonna do one more and then we're gonna do all three of those. So right now we've done taking the back and that arm bar, both of which are, if I'm in that half guard position, both of them are going towards so I'm gonna call this the outside since I've got this leg. The other leg is far away from me, right? So this is the outside. I'm trying to get outside and around. Both are that way. So, usually when the person on top feels like you're trying to go outside and on this side of them, they're going to very hard turn the other way, right? They're going to force themselves this way. So you can capitalize on that. So if I'm coming here and I'm trying to get out, scooting my butt out and everything, coming up on my elbow here, they're going to do a hard turn and they're going to force themselves back into you and they're going to try to get your back onto the ground. But because they are using so much force that way, we're going to capitalize. We're going to, my hand that's here, once I feel them pushing into me and I can feel that they're about to push real hard, I'm going to, without a dummy, because they're going to push this way, I'm going to turn faster than them. I'm going to go here, and this leg is going to come out, and I'm going to guide it over my hand, which is going to be on their shoulder, because I'm going to let them fall this way, and I'm going to try to guide their head further than they want it to go. Their shoulder is here. I'm going to try to get my leg up, or out and up, and behind their neck to try to get that triangle. So how that looks like with a dummy is here. And I've gotten all the way onto my elbow, and they're going to push all the way this way. I'm going to go further out. I'm going to even hip escape a little bit. This hand, once they're pushing this way, I'm going to put it on the shoulder. I'm going to hip escape out. This leg comes out, and I'm guiding it over my hand and over the shoulder here. This hand is still underhooking, so I'm going to grab my shin. I'm going to use this hand that's now free to pull this arm that I was underhooking across. This foot can go on the ground. I can hip escape, back out, get that triangle. One more time. From this angle, I'm here in half guard. I'm trying to reach all the way up, so I've gotten onto my elbow. I'm reaching this way. They're going to hard push me back that way. This hand that's on my elbow, it's going to come up to their shoulder as they're pushing. I'm going to try to beat them to that punch. I'm going to push this shoulder up, hip escape, my leg all the way out here. I'm going to grab my shin. This hand's now free. Going to grab that arm that I was underhooking. I'm going to pull it across my body. Going to use that other foot on the ground or on the hip or wherever to hip escape my butt out and then get that triangle. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so. So you really have to sneak your knee right through to the neck, right? As
my knee or my my calf behind the neck.
half guard, and the leg that's trapped will eventually reach into the neck.
Yes.
So you have to. Okay, so okay.
Oh yeah, yours doesn't have a head.
Yeah. I don't know how to get one of those dummies. Maybe I should.
Oh, we all made our own dummies.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is like a bunch of pillows, some plastic bags. We've been in quarantine for a year, so we've all made our dummies.
I need to get tips on how to keep it together because my thing keeps falling apart.
Yeah,
but
yeah, mine keeps falling apart too. So some people have PVC pipes in theirs to make a skeleton. This one has, I have pool noodles, and then I like put I like rolled some what is that called? Duct tape, and it's strung up inside, and I've like taped it, I don't know, kind of, but whatever. So that's why it has like knee joints.
Those are good tips. Yeah.
What was that? Yeah.
Oh, those are good tips. Pool noodles and
pool noodles are great. PVC pipes are, you know, they're all right. They make it too stiff, I think.
Okay, so
Sarah, you got it?
This way, and then a hard pull back.
Mm-hmm. That other leg comes out. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
So yeah, do that one a couple times. What time is it? We got about 3-ish more minutes, and then we're going to do some abs. Well, actually not all abs. Is that hurting? Mhm. All right, time. We're gonna go over all of those again on Friday. We'll probably add a Kimura in there, maybe a couple Kimuras actually. Kimura and we're gonna do an Americana from Triangle too. Okay, we're gonna do all those on Friday. We're going to do our ab workouts now. We're gonna do 6 rounds. So the first one is a Superman. So Superman, lift my legs up, lift my arms up at the same time. That's a Superman. Then we're gonna do plank hip switch. So we're gonna get into our plank position, and we're going to switch our hips side to side while keeping that plank position. And then we have V-ups. Do I really want to do V-ups? We'll do V-ups. Yeah, V-ups, you can do like variations of V-ups. You can do, strict V-ups or whatever. Toe touches are the ones where you're on your back and you're trying to touch your toes, keeping your shoulders off the mat. We're going to do regular sit-ups, and then we're going to do leg lifts. So those are our 6. I'll call them out. If you don't know what we're doing, just look up.
How many each?
So these are 45 seconds each.
Oh, I see.
Sorry, 45 seconds each, 10 seconds in between each exercise, and we're doing 6 of them. So now I'm going to start my timer. You'll hear it. It's very loud. First ones are Supermans. All right, now we're going to do plank hip switch. So get into a plank and then hips side to side. right, next are V-ups. Do the best you can. V-ups are something. Toe touches. Sit-ups. So just regular sit-ups. Last ones are leg lifts. So just straight up and down. All right, time. And that is it for the class.